Okay. So, I know you might be wondering, hold on a second, Crypta. Why are you level 36 all of a sudden? The last time we were playing, weren't you like level 15? Yes. So I might have gotten a little bit trigger happy, and I might have grinded a lot off stream. And by a lot, I mean like maybe a bit too much, but it's okay. I love this game. So I did get a bunch of classes already maxed out in that meantime. As you can see, I'm working on it. Kana, hi Crypta, how are you? Hello Kana, I'm actually, despite what I look like, I actually don't feel as bad. So that is why I'm streaming. Trust me guys, if I was feeling really terrible, I would not be streaming. But I actually don't feel too bad right now. It is a little bit hot in my room, but other than that, I'm doing pretty well. But yeah. So I grinded a lot off stream. I'm level 36 now. I didn't do like any story or any side questy stuff. I really just only did like level grinding and like gathering missions and like hunted like a few enemies, but that's literally all I did. I'm saving the good stuff for stream. But with that means for this stream's plot is mostly gonna be quest and story focusing. So my plans for this stream is we're gonna do a few affinity quests, and we're gonna do the chapter 5 main story. I at least want to get chapter 5 because there's a battle mechanic that gets unlocked there that I want to get as soon as possible. I'm glad you're well, Crypta. Hydrate and take a break if needed during stream. Yes, Kana, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I promise if I do start to feel bad, then I will stop streaming. But right now, I'm good. But you know, as I say, sickness gets worse at night. But it's not quite nighttime where I'm at just yet, so yeah, we'll see later, like towards the later part of the stream. But anyways, okay, so I'm excited to be playing more Xenoblade. So before we could actually do the main story, there is an affinity mission. Oh yeah, I have a cool gun weapon, or no, this is the shield. This is the gun, no wait. Yeah, this was the gun, this was the shield. I'm trying to remember. We have an affinity quest involving arena that we need to do. I remember this quest very well. But we need to do that quest as a prerequisite before we can actually do the chapter 5 story and continue on to the next area of the game. I actually did a little bit of extra exploring in Primordia and Noctilum as well. Not too much, but just whatever FN sites that I could get in the moment. Okay, so we have actually not been to the commercial district yet, so we need to get there on foot. But we need to do this quest that is Renewed Will involving Irina. Oops. So let's walk there on foot. I think this is the closest spot. But to answer the question, I've been up and down, but I'm smiling. That's good. That's good. Production value? Jackman, what do you mean? Production value? What is the production value? How are you doing, Jackman? Are you good? There's murderous over there. This is a heart-to-heart. Can I actually access this one? Which one's this one? Gwen is not in my party. And it is not the afternoon. Okay. I will show these all at some point. Okay, so Irina. She is a support character, part of the Interceptors. She is a girl boss. She is a girl boss. She's great. I don't really think there's any characters in this game that I personally dislike. Put something on my screen. Am I here? Yes, okay. You have ice on your head? I do have ice on my head. I'm a little bit sick. That is why. I'm a little bitty sick. But I'm not sick enough that I cannot stream. So it's all good. It's all good. It's not this affinity mission. I really like the affinity missions. I really like, especially when we have like 18. Oh, hold on. My stuff is glitching. What is this? Why is my computer glitching? What is this? Okay. That was weird. Okay, I think we're good. What was I saying? Oh, I really appreciate the affinity missions. Because, especially with 18 characters in this game, it's really... It would be really hard to balance them into the main story. Especially since when this game's main story, I personally feel like is not the biggest... is not its main appeal. So, I kind of like these little infinity missions that focus solely on specific characters. So, that's why I like I believe there's 3 infinity missions for each playable character in this game. Crypta's ice in her head, but she isn't giving the cold shoulder. Nope. Nope. The cold shoulder. I only give the cold shoulder to a few people. And they're all IRL people. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to do any voice acting today. My sickness has affected my throat just a little bit, not a ton. But I don't think we're gonna be doing too many things today that require me to do voice acting, but if I do, then I'll just be using my regular talking voice. Oh, did I jack it off? Why did the trigger not work? Alright, there you go. Coat off. We must cool down. Alright, I can't have Arena in my party right here. Let's take her out. So yeah, everyone's like super high level. Sorry, I might cough a little bit too. Okie dokie, Arena. Wait, did I not take you out of my party? I thought I did. There we go. Alright, let's start. Our first side character that we're gonna learn about, Irina. Now the shoulder will be colder. I'm cold.
Colonel. Off duty today, Irina? Finally. I love my team, but we're together 24/7. I thought it'd be nice to grab a bite by myself, but
especially when I think our team is mostly all dudes.
Eating alone is kind of pathetic?
Gang, what you playing? I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, Twig, on TikTok chat. Thank you. How are you?
Tatsu can definitely help Irina there. Tatsu is happy to chew and swallow food for Irina's sake.
Helpful as ever, small fry.
You travel with quite the cast
I feel like Irina looks
Colonel.
a lot more softer in this game than the original version. The original version, I feel like she looked a bit more stern.
Lieutenant Irina to you. She was a real big shot back on Earth, remember?
I think I might prefer her old look.
Hey,
I don't know if that's
she's
just me.
Blade now, same as us. Just another lowly stinking grunt. No better for me. Ain't that right, Irina?
Something like that.
Dudes in the military take one look at a woman and they can't
it.
stand it.
She does pretty damn well with the hand she was dealt. Even saddled with losers like Gwen, her team manages to pull off a mission now and then.
Leave it, Irina. They aren't worth the effort. Yes, ma'am.
See that? She's like a cute little puppy, all trained and everything.
Yeah, you're right. Elma calls the shots now. Her and that freak show she calls a team. Beauty and the Beasts.
Right? Listen, Elma, when you're ready to have a real man serve
I'm trying to
under
remember.
you,
I think these guys
call
are
me,
just regular
okay?
soldiers, whereas Irina and Elma are like colonel and
I
lieutenant.
was
so
going to let you mouth breathers off this time, but talking trash about my team and the Colonel? No way. It's time for a lesson.
get him, Irina.
Oh, baby, a private lesson?
Oh, this ought to be good. Let's go.
I'm joining her. I don't care.
Oh, you want to? Come on.
Didn't know you were such a hothead. I like it.
Freeze, maggots!
And of course, before we can get to the good
Commander
stuff.
Vandam.
This isn't... I mean, they started it.
Shut your hole! I saw the whole thing, including where you picked a fight that was about to get your teeth kicked in. Now get your skinny little asses back to the barracks. You're telling of an appointment with some toilet seats.
Vandam was definitely the type that stood up for bullies in high school.
I just can't
from
deal with men
bullies.
like that.
Yes.
Ugh.
You okay?
Just forget it.
Red hair, pro further. I don't think I should ask. I forget. Okay, so certain choices will give you higher affinity points, but honestly, it's fine in this game. It's not like with Persona where your choices 100% matter. If you don't get the affinity points here, you can just get affinity points out of battle. So honestly, kind of just choose whatever you want.
Actually, I was looking for Elma.
A new mission?
Yeah, some local indigents causing a ruckus over on the Grieving Plains. It ain't pretty. Lost a few prospectors already.
Understood. We're on. Colonel, I'd like to join you, if that's all right.
Whoa now. You're off duty
Can I get the Cliff Notes version of why this is one of your favorite games? I'm sure you were gushing about it on the first stream. Yeah, I'll tell you after the cutscene.
We can always use another soldier of your caliber on the team. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, renewed will. Yes. Alright, now we add Arena back to the team. Okay, so the reason why this is my favorite game. So, the Crypta of 2015, when this game first came out, she was a casual gamer. She didn't really play a lot of video games. She only really had one system to play video games on. And she didn't really get into video games until she was slightly older than most kids. That was the Wii and the Wii U. So I didn't get to play a lot of JRPGs at the time. But when this, so I was first introduced to Xenoblade from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where Shulk was was added to the roster. And I was like, huh, this character is kind of cool. Where is he from? And then I looked it up, and then I saw he was from a game called Xenoblade Chronicles. So after watching someone else online play Xenoblade Chronicles, because I didn't have the game at the time, around the time, a couple years later, they had announced that they were going to do Xenoblade Chronicles X. And I was like, okay, I like Xenoblade, and I have a system I can actually play the game on now. Let me ask for it for Christmas for someone, from someone. So I got the game for Christmas, and this game was like any other game I'd ever played at the time. Where does it want me to go? I can't see the map. There we go. This was unlike any game I played at the time. I had only played like maybe a couple of JRPGs before that, like a few Fire Emblem games and some other games I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I was like, whoa, this game is open world and it's huge. And on top of that, I really like the soundtrack. I've always really loved sci-fi and fantasy, like combined, and this is exactly what this game is, sci-fi fantasy. And the voice acting I also really love, because I was already familiar with some of the voice actors, and I was like, oh, they're in this game, let me check them out and play this game. And the combat in this game is amazing. Like, there is so much customization. Like, for a game that came out in 2015, you wouldn't think that this game would be as complex as it was. And it was. It was super complex. Like, there's, I'm not able to showcase a lot of it yet, just because we're in like the early stage of the game. But you have like different classes where each class has like 2 different weapons and then different art systems. Like you can choose, you know, do you like using a sword, a javelin, a knife, a ray gun, psycho launchers, like all these different types of weapons. And then you can pretty much customize your character's build however you want. We don't have a lot of it accessed right now, so I can't really showcase all of it. But any type of customization you can think of in a video game, this game has it. I reassure you. In terms of like what makes sense for the battle mechanics that was set up for it, and I just find that learning this game was so much fun. Like, even after you finish the game's main story, after putting in like tens of hours or hundreds of hours into this game, I was still learning things about it. And I think that's crazy. That just shows how much is in this game. I really like the characters. Since there's 18 characters, there's a lot of lore and world building involved. It really gets you super immersed into this game. Plus you have a flying mech. Isn't that not cool? You can fly around this gigantic world. And if you think this area looks big, there's like 4 more areas. And they all are very different from each other with different music. And I think the story is like a really good, like even though I say like the story's not the best thing, I do at least like to see how humanity could potentially become if we were put into a situation like this where we're being hunted by aliens or there's not very many of us left and we're surviving on another planet. Because there are some stories in this game that it's just like, well, despite all those circumstances, there's still people who are trying to screw each other over. There's people who like kind of give in to the survival instinct and kind of just don't really want to help despite the situation.
Friends kicking
And I think it's really interesting. Music, battle line, characters, I love it all. I love this game. I put 500 hours into it the first time around back in 2015. And it was this game that officially made me want to play a whole bunch more JRPGs.
Exactly.
So basically, if it weren't for this game, maybe I might have never started this, started streaming. Maybe.
Elma here. Go ahead.
Ma'am, we have an emergency. Another team is under attack near your location.
Copy that. On the way.
Alright, we're heading back. Let's see, where are we heading? Primordia's Grieving Plains. Okay, the only bad thing is like, ugh. It's harder to look at the map in this game versus when it was on the Wii U when you had 2 screens to look at. Sounds like one of your key awakening moments in life. Very cool. Exactly. And this was actually the game that led me to opening the world of like, I don't want to say anime, but like if this game hadn't made me a gamer, like this was the game that made me become a gamer. And from being a gamer, I was then exposed to other sort of Japanese media, such as like manga and anime, that I feel is very important to me in real life, like as part of who I am. So yeah, I credit this game to a lot of like, not like identity, or I guess maybe identity in a way, or just at least the things I like.
There's our real target.
But I also say that you could probably cut your speech into a very compelling short for your channel. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of making a video about Xenoblade X for my channel as well, since I love this game so much. I did make a video of this game like 2 years ago, but it's really bad. Like, I say bad because like my editing, I was not very good at video editing back in the day, so the editing on it is like atrocious. But I actually did make a video about this game 2 years ago, like just showing off the Wii U version. It's like one of the very first videos on my channel. Good luck finding it, but like but the editing's not very good on it, so don't watch it.
That's enough. Now let's get in there and take that thing down.
Yeah, ma'am.
So if I hold this first, oh yeah, yours does that. Okay, well we're fighting a big bird now.
This could make all the difference.
All these 2 losers who are like talking up so much bark and then no fight. And you need to be rescued. Now I am over leveled, so this isn't really gonna be much of a fight. Although my teammates,
Concentrate your fire.
between my teammates, Lynn is really the only one who's built. Doug and Arena are still kind of like there. So actually, this might be a decent.
Starball flame!
We need to do some other stuff. Oh, never mind, he died. Big bird.
Wow, you really saved our bacon there. Thanks.
Yeah, how does it feel to get rescued by a group of 4
Situations
ladies,
like this
huh?
are exactly what we're here for, after all.
But you two better train harder. Or you're gonna keep running into trouble everywhere you go here.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Hey, about the other day, I'm sorry. We didn't mean anything by it.
I said it's fine already. Just get home in one piece.
She said One Piece. I forget the first Infinity mission is like the shortest one.
It's almost worse when they apologize.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry too.
What for?
When I, hesitated to help them out.
Oh, that?
I mean, I don't
No
blame Lynn.
worries.
I would have hesitated
Honestly,
too.
I was thinking the same thing.
You were?
Sure I was. A jerk is still a jerk,
For real,
even if it's
exactly.
your job to save him.
Harsh.
I still
The
get
song
how
was playing in the
quick you jumped in
background.
to help.
Well, we're the only humans on this rock. Yeah. Our future depends on all of us, even the dirtbags. If you look at it that way, it was a pretty easy decision. Anyway, thanks, Colonel. My head's a lot clearer now. I appreciate you letting me tag along.
Anytime, soldier.
All right, let's get back to New LA.
Yay! This reminded me of the Final Fantasy game I never played where the main character lizards to Limpix kit? I have no idea what that even means. You learn the knife art smooth recovery, which is a good art. That is an art that I want to use for my build in the future. Once I actually max out all the other classes first. Okay, so that is that affinity mission out of the way. So I have a whole list of affinity missions that I want to tackle. Maybe not completely this stream, but things that we need to do. Okay. But now that we've done that, I want to do chapter 5. So that way we can unlock the next battle mechanic. And then after that, we are going to be taking the game kind of slow-ish. So that way we can do a lot more side quests and whatnot. I saw already, someone was already on like chapter 11. I was like, y'all, this game has a lot to offer. There's no need to rush through the main story. But, alright, let's actually, okay. Time to start chapter 5. I believe I did all the requirements. We just needed to do renewed will, which is one of them. Listen to darn Texas speech. Oh, I got it. Let's see. Can I have Arena in the party again? I have a feeling we might need to swap some people out. Let's bring... actually, I haven't really built L yet. Let's do Lao. I still haven't gotten the chance to use L yet, which is funny because like L is the character that I used to use a lot back in the day, and I considered him a main character, but I totally forgot to grind him while I was off stream. All right, let's start chapter 5. What? Or maybe not. Install a data probe. I thought I already did that. I thought I already installed the data probe. I made sure indeed. Unless they're talking about the other one. Unless they mean this one. Eh? Well, let's go install a data probe. There's no way it can't not be this one. That's not what my memory tells me. Unless my memory is wrong. I mean, this was from 10 years ago. Okay, but Oblivia is the third area, which is the desert place. This is like, how would I rate the lands? I would say this is maybe the my fourth land. Out of the 5 lands, this is number 4 for me. Look at all them. What are these? Blatas. Ooh. And this thing. You know how much I wanted to ride this thing? It looks like a unicorn. Look at it. Look how majestic and beautiful. Okay, we're not gonna kill it though. I don't want to spend too much time here because I like it when games introduce locations to me. So I'm just gonna install this data probe and then we'll be on our merry way. 301. Perfect. And now we've unlocked Oblivia. Okay, now the game should let me start chapter 5. So, oh man, someone's already on the last chapter of the game. That's crazy. Okay, let's go. I'm ready. Manon maneuvers. I love the Manon. Okay, won't say much. Bam, 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 bam. Boom.
What should I whip up today?
Okay. So last time we were at something baked. Tandoori chicken, beef braised and wine, fried chicken, foie gras, chicken sauté. I'm gonna go with tandoori chicken. I think I'm gonna leave the fancy thing for the last chapter, cause you know, last supper, last meal.
That is a great idea.
Lynn is really good at everything.
Tots are
She's
still
smart,
yogurt
she's
all
good with
over
technology,
himself.
and she can cook.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, Linley's so understanding. Will Linley accept Tatsu for who Tatsu is?
Well, of course. Now,
A
while I
potato.
think we have it, you spread the yogurt down your back too, okay?
Okay, but shouldn't Tatsu be cleaning off yogurt instead?
What? Don't be silly. We need it spread evenly for the tandoori sauce.
Tatsu is no chicken, Linley. Tatsu
They're
is
gonna
Tatsu.
keep making food jokes throughout the entire
right.
game.
It's tandoori chicken.
Tatsu is not laughing. Tatsu is not laughing.
Okay,
Oh,
it's
it looks so
ready.
good. Wow, they made it so much more appetizing looking in this game with the good graphics. Oh, I'm jealous. I literally just ate dinner, but now I want to eat again.
I can't get over your cooking, Lynn.
I love
that was
Gwen.
delicious.
Thanks,
older brother
I'm
I
glad
wish
you
I
liked
had.
it. I hope it was enough. If I'd known we were expecting company, I definitely would have made more.
Yes, yes. Then maybe Tatsu could eat full portion.
Sorry, pint size. What Gwyn lacks in stature, he more than makes up for with his monstrous appetite. He's kind of a pig.
Okay, first of all, I'm taller than you. And second, you just ate almost double what I did. Who's the pig here?
I'm assuming you didn't just come here to argue. What's going on?
So, we had the extermination order up around the northern coast. Some violent Indians that got a little too touchy-feely. Apparently banged up a few outfitters. Pretty standard stuff.
We're all prepped and about to head out, and then bam! Another job comes in from Commander Tank Top.
Commander Tank Top. I
mean,
forgot that's
I
what he
know
calls
we're the best and
random.
all, but seriously.
Sounds rough. All right, you take the indigents, and we'll take Vandam's job.
Thank you, Colonel. Let me walk you through the intel. These images I'm about to show you are from a probe in Oblivia.
Is that a ship of some sort?
Boom!
Can't really tell from that
Have you ever
distance.
seen a cooler sci-fi ship? Well, you can't really tell in this
It's
picture,
hard to
but...
grasp the scale with such long-range images. Whatever it is,
Awakening
it's
was
getting
Final
hammered.
Fantasy 7.
Friends
Six
must
or
do
seven.
something to help ship.
Didn't have a memory card.
Tatsu
Oh my
will
god.
not stand for this injustice.
Says the one guy who never actually fights anyone.
You know, I still think it's a missed opportunity
difficult
of
to say for
turning
sure
Tatsu
from
into
this,
a
but
playable
that
character
crack
in
on the
this
right,
game,
I
but
bet it ganglion.
I don't know.
It shares aspects.
I mean, I
of
guess
their
they
mech
could have incorporated into the story somehow instead of
Our
just
thoughts
making
exactly.
him kind of
The
there.
assignment is to get there and confirm one way or another.
Other than being the
We
comedy
don't
relief,
know
he doesn't
who
really
built
do
the
much
ship that's
else.
under attack, but as the commander so
Oh,
elegantly
thank you for the look, Knight.
our
Appreciate it.
enemies'
Hello.
might be our pals. I'm inclined to agree. If we're gonna settle here on Mira, we'll need all the friends we can get.
That's for sure. All right. Thanks for the info. We'll take it from here.
Thank you, Colonel.
Okie dokie. Get a lot of money too. Alright. Well, for fitting reasons, will they let me put Irina and Gwen? No, okay. I was gonna say. Actually, let me put Elma in the party. We'll get rid of... Actually, you know what? I don't care if I haven't built L. I'm gonna add him. Why not? Let's just put some ground gear on him. It's more suitable. Oh god. He looks so derpy. Okay, let's fix his fashion gear. Okay, I'm not really sure what his outfit was called, because it's not called... It's not the same thing here. I must not have it. It is something that is craftable, from what I recall. Okay, well, we'll just... Let's see, what is he currently wearing? Looks kind of derpy. Well, the sleeves don't match. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, at least he doesn't look too stupid like that. Kinda don't like the torso thing on him, though. Oh, that's me. Okay, looks decent. Let's go with, let's see. I think this one looks better. I like the blue on him. Jack, thank you so much for resubscribing 2 months streak. Let's go. If you think that character needs to be playable, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a mod that allows it to happen. If not already, then sometime soon. Probably. But I would prefer it to be official rather than a mod. And I guess it would be kind of hard because he doesn't really have like another model to base it off of, unless if someone could hack like Ricky's playstyle into this game from Xenoblade 1. But like Tatsu is the only Naupon that like kind of joins us in this game. The Naupon aren't playable in this game. So I don't know like whose model they would like mod on top of. Unless, like I said, they hack in Ricky from Xenoblade 1. But that sounds like a lot of work. But you know, I'm enjoying the stream. Oh, thank you, Kana. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're heading to Oblivia. Map. And then Oblivia. I think. Yes. Okay, ready to take on the desert. Okay. It's the unicorn again. Oh, it's a tyrant. Okay. I will probably grind like all these monsters off stream and stuff. Or unless if any of the missions we do require us to kill them too.
Welcome to Sandy Bum Canyon.
AKA Oblivia?
Sandy Bum.
Olivia? Friends really name it that?
No, I said Oblivia.
I mean, it sounds better than Sandy
Lindley,
Bum.
listen to Tatsu. This
Like,
place
what do they call
always have
Noctilum? Like glowing
sandstorms.
forest?
Sands get
Glowing
everywhere.
night woods or
Therefore,
something?
Sandy Bum Canyon. Nopon ancestors named it just fine ages ago. Or does Lindley think she better name her than native Mirren peoples?
I think Oblivia sounds better.
No.
Good. So accept Lindley apology and forgive this time.
We just look over her like, oh dear.
Strange. There's nothing here. It was hard to tell the scale of it from the grainy images. But that ship should have at least been big enough to spot from here.
Yeah. Huh? Elma, look!
There they are!
Another new Xeno species.
The little guys.
Hang on. Maybe I can pick up what they're saying.
Impossible! I'm telling you, just us is impossible, okay? Stop talking like that, would you? We have to do this, right? For everyone back on the ship. But how are we supposed to destroy the turret? This place is likely crawling with ganglion, no?
The little spring onion looking guy? Tatsu? Yeah.
It sounded like they're fighting against them to me.
Friends. Tatsu knows. Those are Manon. Manon appeared on Mira maybe year before Friends?
I know that sound.
You know what they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Just Tatsu, the Galleon, and now these Manon. Don't you find it a little odd that we can understand
And
these
L,
alien languages?
this blue guy.
Good point.
See, okay, I was actually gonna bring that up in the last stream. I don't think I did, but I had mentioned like, oh, I want to bring up something, but I can't remember if the game talks about it. But here we go. This is what I was recollecting was this. Suggest they learn their language, suggest some device must be translating. Now, I won't say anything.
Right? Must be something like that.
But we haven't been using our comm devices when we've been talking with Tatsu.
Well, Tatsu is fluent. More or less.
Tatsu, did you study our language?
Friends' language?
What language are we speaking right now?
Language? Nopon, of course. Friends Nopon very good, by the way.
See? Xenoforms have different anatomy, physiology, different vocal setups in general. It seems likely they would struggle with our pronunciations. And yet here we are, conversing.
But if they can't even produce the sounds, this shouldn't be possible.
No, it shouldn't be. Unless our words aren't being perceived as sounds at all. Maybe our intent is getting across some other way. But how? Could it be something about this planet?
A big question that they
Someone
addressed.
sounds pretty intrigued, huh?
Well, what if it is some kind of new phenomenon? Aren't you curious to learn more?
Alright, now you're starting to sound just like L.
Hey, he's right there,
already.
Lynn.
Friends talk less, help Manon more. After all, Tatsu have reputation as hero pawn to uphold here.
Sure. Right after a quick snack.
I'm not sure how much we can help, but we should at least make contact. Agreed?
Yep, let's talk to the little high-pitched looking alien thingies known as the Manon. The bottomless pit. The amount of times I fell in these things. The bottomless pits are topographical features present in certain areas. If you fall into one, your party will be incapacitated, whether on foot or piloting skulls. Well, good thing we don't have a skull yet. There was one time, like, I got knocked out of the sky in a skull and I landed right in there. My skull was destroyed and I was like, no! Because skulls are expensive in this game. Holy moly. But when the time comes. Okay. The reason I've never really been a fan of like desert locations in games, but Oblivia I think makes up for it with like obviously the cool soundtrack and the weather effects, and also like some of the creatures are cool looking as hell. And it's actually like compared to other like desert areas, they still make it interesting by adding like look like those ring things, and then having like areas in the sky that you can fly to. I think if you're gonna do a desert area, this is how you're gonna do it in a game. Add something that's a lot more interesting to the landform, and something that makes it worth exploring. Rather than just like, I think a bad example of like a desert is like Genshin Sumeru. I hate the desert in Genshin. I don't know, it's just boring to me. There's not a lot to work with in that game. What have you missed? Hey, Ranodell, welcome, welcome. We just started chapter 5, so nothing much, really. We just discovered a new alien life form that we're gonna go chat with, but I hope that you're doing well. Okay, so the Manon over here. I literally just like walk past them so I can get this this data probe. See some alien records. Grab that. Ah, I can't get it. Alright. Speaking to the Manon. The mysterious xenoforms. 2 levels? 2 levels? What do you mean 2 levels?
Hey, is everything alright?
Relax. Tatsu here to help.
No! More aliens! Yeah, look! They've got food, too! No pickup, yes?
Everyone just thinks Nopon
Tatsu
is
is
food.
not takeout or food. Humans are personnel to assist Tatsu.
Personnel?
No, Tatsu mean personnel favorites.
Then humans are friendly? Humans are not working with the ganglion?
Sorry for the scare. We're from a planet called Earth. The ganglion are enemies to us as well.
Enemies, you say? That means you're friends to the Manon, yes?
Enemy of my enemies, my friend.
We are Manon, you know. Ours is an advanced civilization. You can tell, right? The ganglion desire our technology. But Earth human heroes have come to save us, right? I'm right?
I hope so.
At least they trust us.
I don't want you to tell us what happened.
So easily.
Oh, okay. I got this one. Let me answer this one, okay?
Doing pretty good. Finally got the big fan scan up, though I had to buy a $20 drill bit to install it. Yeesh. 20 bucks down the drain. Or I guess maybe not down the drain, but...
Okay, so in other words,
They look like
if we can
kobolds?
destroy the
What are
weapons,
kobolds?
your ship can escape.
Exactly. They have 3 turrets set up around the area. You see them now? We need you to destroy them all, okay? Please?
The
Got it.
D&D monster. Oh,
We don't
you're
want the
right.
ganglion
You're
controlling
right.
the airspace
I totally
here
forgot.
any more than you do.
I haven't played
We'd
D&D
be
in a hot
happy to
second.
help out.
You mean it? You'll help us? Oh, thank you!
Something that I like about this game, or like Xenoblade in general, it's always like the way that they do the aliens in this game is really what's the word? Interesting? Better word than interesting, but it's like you have characters like the Nopon, like where's Tatsu? Who look like so cute and unsuspecting, and yet a lot of Nopon/Napon in the Xenoblade universe are like con artists, or they're cunning, or they're like they do a lot of illegal trading, some black market stuff. Like the Nopons are the opposite of what they look like. And then you have the Manon where we just meet, where they're like high-pitched, squeaky, and they're short and they look defenseless, but they're like smart. Like they've got the most useful technology in this entire universe. Okay, we have to go all the way around. All right. And I think that's really cool of like some of the alien species. There's a lot more alien species in this game that will meet down the lines that are same thing. Like they look one way, but they totally come across as a different way. Look at the Africa. It's so beautiful. I kind of want to kill it, but I shouldn't. The twin arches. See, look at the sky. Look how beautiful it looks. Man, the color shading in this game is so great too. Like, hello. Look at the turtle just coming straight out of the ground.
Now, melee attacks.
I know!
Right then.
Got him!
I'll blast a hole right through him.
3 in a row! Shoot to kill!
Hope you're ready for this.
No one in this station exactly what they see. Exactly. Okay, I know L is probably not. Oh god.
Now we can then.
This could make all
I
the
love his voice actor. It's just like so like unique. His voice.
slide. Nice. Nice down.
Nice work.
Yeah, I'd say like L is one of my favorite side characters. L and then a couple other people we meet later. Like a girl that we meet later and then a guy that we meet later. Which we might meet the other guy in this stream. I think depending on how... I forgot how long chapter 5 is. I don't think it's too long.